Hello my friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Annovella. Today is Sunday and that means Coffee Kletch. Coffee Kletch is a Dutch, Flemish and apparently also German word. It means that I invite you over for a coffee and we have a little chit chat. Mostly about books, but first I have an announcement to make. But because this could be the last week in my life. Yes, it's that drastic. So a muffin is not aware, but I'm thinking of taking a little kitten and I want to tell her this week. Oh, she won't be amused. So a friend of mine, she has a cat who is pregnant. It's a street cat who she adopted during 2 months ago or something, 2 months ago. And she will have the kittens, she will have them raised, and then she will go to the vet to have the mama kitten fixed. And yeah, I've told her that I will take one little kitten because I really miss a cat. I've always had cats, I always had dogs together. They really love each other, but they will never admit it. But it's very important that one of the two is really tiny when they enter the family. So I will take the kitten after 8-9 weeks, and so Muffin can be a little mommy, and I hope this will go well. But she will see the kitten right from the start, so I find it really important. But yeah, I want a kitten. She's looking at me, you can't see because she's in the other room. She's like, what the heck are you saying? So yeah, this could be the end of my days, but hey, now you know. It was the muffin too many. Could be. Anyway, the books. So just a quick disclaimer for Classics and Company. We will record normally next weekend our final discussion of the Book of Disquiet by Fernando Pessoa. Go check our Discord because the discussions were really interesting and really fun, and yeah, it was a very special and very entertaining read. And the next book we will read is this one, and only this edition. It is Borges, the Collected Fictions. Why only this one? It is edited or translated by Andrew Hurley, because we don't want to have the same problem with the Book of Disquiet. All the editions were different, so because the Book of Disquiet was so fragmented and so abstract, it was difficult for the people to see where we were in the book, and not everything was included in every translation. And no, we are going to keep it to one book. The guest of honor will be Bob the Bookerer, and he will be joining us in the Discord and everything. So we are really looking forward to start this one, and with Jack from the Rambling Raconteur, and hopefully one of the readers in the Discord club will join us too. I will do an announcement video tomorrow too about that one. So yeah. Now, the books. So I have been reading 3 books, 2 Dutch books in the Dutch language. So I've read a Peter Terrin book, the Gebeurtenis. It's sort of you can translate it as The Event, which was forgettable. The events were very forgettable. I was not impressed by the story, nor the writing, nothing. Although this book is on the short list of a very important Dutch literary prize. I'm sorry, Peter Terrin, but it's not for me. And then one other Dutch book, or Dutch-speaking book, is by Jente Postuma. And I've read it because it will come out in English by the end of next month. No, the end of May, beginning of June, I believe. And the title is What I'd Rather Not Think About. This is a wonderful story. It made me think of My Puny Sorrows by Miriam Toews. It is the story of a twin, boy and girl. They call each other 1 and 2. 1 is the boy because he came out first, and 2, of course, the girl. And yeah, they have a wonderful friendship together. They grow up together. Everything was peachy. But the girl is a bit too dependent on the boy, and he finds it really suffocating. And at a certain point he decides to leave the country to work somewhere else, and so she's forced to having a relationship of her own, but then he comes back, and then yeah, they kind of restore the friendship, but yeah, things are not quite in balance, and it's a beautiful, heartbreaking story, and I really enjoyed it. It was absolutely beautiful. It's written in a very fragmentary way, very short chapters, very short, yeah, sometimes a half a page is a chapter, but it was beautiful, a quick read, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. On the 24th, I read this book, Is Mother Dead by Vigdis Hjorth. This book is longlisted for the International Booker, and I found it really important to read it on the 24th because that's the day my mother died 8 years ago, and it really resonated with me. So this is the story about a woman who is in her mid-40s. She is a very well-known artist, a painter. And when she was like 21, 22, she left her husband and her family, her parents and her sister, without any notice and without any contact. And yeah, years later, she makes, or she paints paintings that are very shameful, or felt as very shameful for the parents. And then her father dies, and she doesn't leave nothing, not even, she doesn't send a message, she doesn't visit him, she doesn't go to his grave or his funeral, doesn't write anything to the mom, whatever, nothing. And then a couple of years later, she decides she wants to go back to Norway. So she wants to get into contact with her mother, and she does go to extreme measures, but the mother doesn't want to see her, and because it's too late, it was too harsh, the way she broke up with her family. And it's her struggle with accepting that, and also the struggle of letting go of the people that you really love, and also thinking about the mistakes you've made in your life. I also regret some things that now I'm very much more aware of. Visiting your parents is a very important thing to do. You have to do it as much as possible. If you only go over to your parents once a year, you have many people like that, once a year, twice a year, or not even. Imagine if they only live for another 5 years, you only see them 5 times anymore. Or 10 times. You have to realize that. And then it's over. And there's no going back from that. So don't find the excuse of time, because that's not an excuse. That's making it easier for yourself. But take the time to see your parents. If you have a good relationship with them, even when it was difficult during your youth, or they made mistakes. They're normal people. They just did what they thought was good, or not good even. Their lives were messy, such as yours. Yeah, go see your parents. Go see your family. Go see them. Yeah. Anyway, the last book here, 2666 by Roberto Bolaño. I'm really enjoying this. I'm here, so over halfway. The only problem I have with this is that it's way too heavy physically. So it's 1100, not even 1100 pages. And it weighs almost 2 kilos. And I have also the new Dutch translation of Les Misérables. It's the first time that Les Misérables is completely translated. Before it was always a short version of the novel. And I think the translator made it. She's still alive, Tatjana Daan, because they always say Les Misérables is so long, not even not even Victor Hugo knows the end. But apparently she made it right till the end. So I'm really looking forward to this, because it only weighs 900 grams. It is a hardcover. Yes, the pages are thinner, but I really love this silky feel. I really love it. It's the typo is quite small, but very doable. And yeah, 1400 pages, 1000 pages. I really have difficulty. So it's physically tough to read this one. I'm at the tough part of the book where all the killings happen, and yeah, it's shocking, but it's nothing new. So I've read a lot about those murders in Mexico, but I'm really loving it. It's very recommendable. So yeah, that's it. I hope you liked my coffee clutch. I must think of a name though. Apparently, my cradle when I was a baby was like the Ark of Noah. There are pictures of me with the dog at the foot and the cat in the cradle and the bird on top of the cradle. Yeah, I was always a magnet for animals. I've always been. So yeah. I put a cat next to me, and when she starts to purr, I fall asleep right away. For me, it's like, she will be so angry. Bye-bye.